1985 movie review, Kiss of the Spider Woman, directed by Hector Babanco, written by Manuel Puig, based on his novel, and also assisted by Leonard Schreider. And the cast. In the lead roles, William Hurt plays Luis Molina, Raul Julia plays Valentine Araguay, Sonia Braga plays Lena Lamassin, Marta and Spider-Woman, Jose Liguori plays the Warden, and there are a number of other minor roles in this movie. This movie was a very successful movie at the Academy Awards. William Hurt won the Best Actor leading role for his performance. There were nominations for the director, Hector Babanco, the film, the screenplay, and we also, I believe there was another award that escapes me just at the moment. Well, let's get into my review of Kiss of the Spider Woman. A bit of history first. My first viewing of this film, a long time ago, about two men locked in a prison cell, probably in Brazil, but it could be any Latin American country in South America. Well, it went a little bit over my head, and I was rather caught up with the pivotal part of the movie, the fact that William Hurt was a cross-dresser, and it suggested that there would be homosexual activity, which I was a little bit reluctant to experience, it has to be said. So I really switched off, and the lead roles played by Hurt and Raul Julia and how they related, I really didn't grasp. And the subplot, which arrives later in the film, I completely forgot entirely. But 20 years on, it gives a completely different perspective, and I've matured as a movie goer since then. And I can't ignore the chemistry created by the two leads, starting from their very opposite positions with regard to their reasons for being there. Manuel Puig's 1976 novel is the source of this movie, Kiss of the Spider Woman. There are some slight adjustments to the screenplay, particularly the last segment, where it's dramatised for the movie audience, and there appears to be no reference to that in the novel. But it certainly channels both the psychosexual and political complexities that are fundamental to the film. The extended dialogues between Valentine and Molina occupy the fascination of this movie. Kiss of the Spider Woman, the language is so smooth and elegant. Valentine's a political prisoner. The terrorists or freedom fighters are fighting a battle with the central government, who we assume are pretty right wing, and he's very, very steamed up about this when we arrive in the cell. But listening to the movie tales spun by Molina, a cross-dressing sexual offender, dazzles him eventually, and Molina, of course, is consumed with the magnificence of Golden Age starlets as he romanticizes the love potions that he feels. The performances of William Hurt as Molina and Raul Julia as Valentine leave me in awe. Both actors perform as if it's personal, like a calling to which both were destined. For such intimate scenes to work, the actors appeared comfortably performing the scenes in an almost lifelike way, maximising the real sense of feeling. The cell at no time creates a feeling of claustrophobia, and Molina's determination to create a diversion through relating this fictional romance set in romantic Paris under Nazi occupation is a subplot that's worth keeping hold of. His monologue wisps the listener into a dreamlike state and Babenko illustrates the monologue with scenes imagined. The love affair between an SS officer and a starlet. The Spider Woman is her nickname. And this feeds Molina's desire to dream of such a relationship. And for Levantine, his initial hostility towards the fascist depiction is slowly replaced by an appreciation of being able to personally escape from the cold realities of incarceration. We, as viewers, are also sucked into the romance as the story leads to a fateful kiss to the lost man within the SS uniform. The fantasy enables Molina and Valentine to grow closer and more interdependent, and eventual intimacy. Valentine's commitment to help the oppressed enables him to overcome the gender complexities that Molina exudes and see him as a helpless victim of the corrupt political system. Valentine's character transforms from agitator to a softer character, and Molina also becomes more invested in their shared surroundings. As the cross-dresser, though, Hurt's character was a much tougher role, and the Academy Awards agreed when he won the Oscar. A breakthrough, really, for independent filmmaking. His interactions with his cellmate portrayed gender as integral to the performance, and his alternate masculinity becomes tested against his cellmate, who exudes a determined manliness. A man with a feminine identity centred on the movie land glamour of old. Hurt's role turns out to be more of a stunt later on. He is in fact a plant by the prison authorities, determined to get info on the political group fighting with the state government. They are offering a quid pro quo parole for Molina in exchange for intel. Hurt masters this with strength and grace. Eventually Levantine opens up to Molina a little, and this compliant role makes for a credible mate to Molina, who understands and embraces it. However, although the information is sufficient to lead to Molina's release, there is uncertainty as to what will happen with the contact information. How will Molina react? This last segment isn't in the novel, as I said, and to an extent it is a rather cumbersome addition to the script. Dramatisation for dramatisation's self. We do, however, get reassured that Molina's feelings towards Levantine are not disposed of as mere garbage, which is reassuring. Molina never loses our sympathy because his concern for Valentine is real, ranking only second to his other personal interests. The conclusion is somewhat tarnished by old stereotypes, but nonetheless a brave movie by a great director who previously gave us Peyote, a film about crime, youth and sexual abuse. I'd recommend that one as well. Molina, in retrospect, is a tragic figure. As a sex offender, he's a gay man in a scenario, and in cinema, of course, a rarity. But still unable to embrace alternative sexualities without labelling them as little as perverse. He defends his sexuality in a ham-fisted and dated manner. However, for its time, 1985, it slightly opened the door to let heterosexual society get clued in to what was happening outside. As ideologically intriguing as it may be, Kiss of the Spider-Woman remains stuck at the threshold of the cinematic closet, but it was a step forward, a big step forward for Hollywood.